Hello guys, it's Sotiria, it's your positivity life coach, and today's positivity hack is just a bit different from the previous ones. It's mostly related to traveling in South Africa as a solo female traveler. So this is something I decided to create because there is a lot that I've read online and there are many videos that I've watched before I went there, and I think it's kind of a controversial issue and a controversial topic. So I decided to share my experience. As always, this is not advice, it's not a recommendation for you to travel in this country. It's just purely sharing how it went for me, what I saw there, and just to give you a better understanding basically. So let's get to it. I started my journey in Johannesburg, which was a very, very pretty city for me. I know some people don't like cities, so they would probably avoid going to Johannesburg. That's completely up to you. Most people want to go to reserves, and most people just fly to Johannesburg to go to Kruger Park. I myself didn't go to Kruger Park. I had an amazing time in Johannesburg, and I even contacted a running club. I'm going to attach the details below. They were super, super amazing and friendly. They replied straight away. They were running early in the morning, super, super friendly group. I was so pleased too, and so grateful that they were so friendly with me and welcoming. So thank you so much for that. Um, on Saturday, I did a tour of the whole city, which was great. So we went to the most important bits. We did the Apartheid Museum, and our guide was super knowledgeable. He would just show us everything around the city. He would just explain everything. So we got a really, really good understanding of what was happening, understanding of the politics, and understanding how it's not safe to walk around, probably even during the day, in specific areas, especially downtown Johannesburg. I was living in Rosebank, which is one of the most safest places. If you research on the most safe places to live in Johannesburg, I was not walking around. I was mostly taking Uber for everything. Uber is super, super safe around there. You can also check how many trips everyone has. So that's that. And you can also check the rating. I was always sharing my Uber details with the reception just to feel safe. Obviously, if anything happened, I wouldn't know what they would be able to do, but it made me feel safer. So it made me feel that somebody knows where I am. And I also bought a SIM from the airport. I did have two phones with me. So one was my oldest phone, which I didn't care if I lost because it didn't have bank details, emails, and all of the important things that would take a long time to establish back on my phone, because not being in your own country, many things will be very limited. So that was that. I was always sharing my details with the reception on all the hotels I was staying. I was also double checking if the place I was going to go was safe, the bars I was going to go on night, and the restaurants. So I was always checking with the reception, and I felt very safe in that sense. I felt very safe. Obviously, driving around. When you're in the Uber, you can see different situations, especially at night. So um, you can also see people begging on the traffic lights, which they call robots. So just something to be prepared for. That was Johannesburg, which was amazing, fantastic. Again, as I said, this is purely me. I'm more of a city girl, so I do prefer cities. But I know most people go to South Africa to go to Kruger Park. Pilanesberg was great. Some people do stay there for one night and then they start the safari in the morning. I went on Sunday, so I didn't stay overnight. But again, there's that option to stay around Pilanesberg and then spend the day there. And then from Johannesburg, I went to Durban. I went to Durban to do the Lesotho and Sani Pass, which was great. It's up the mountain, but you don't really hike, so you just go with the vehicle, which is great. They always pick you up from your hotel. Like most, I think, of the tour operators, they do pick you up from your hotel. I booked my um, tours from Get Your Guide, but there's the option of TripAdvisor, and there are also the options to book them directly with the website, so the tour operator. So completely up to you. Always read reviews. There are always like reviews that explain what's happening and if there are additional costs and speak about the guides. So that's very safe app. And Get Your Guide has great Um, they have really great customer care, so they're always ready to respond. So that was Durban. In Durban, I was living in around the sea, so blue water hotels, and it was at the seafront. So I was able to jog in the morning. People were jogging from 6 o'clock, even 5 o'clock. It was daylight. Everything was safe because there were many security guards around the seafront. So and also many people exercising and walking. So he felt really very safe in Durban. And Lesotho was a great experience as well. Going up the mountain, all the views were very spectacular, breathtaking, and also going to Lesotho as well, going to the highest pub in Africa. So that was all very great experience in Durban. After Durban, I went to Cape Town. So I went to Cape Town on Wednesday, and I left Sunday morning. So I spent there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So on Thursday, I went to Table Mountain, which was again a very good experience. I'm attaching all the links below so that you can get the same experiences. Um, we also went to the penguins. We just saw most of the things that you could see if you have one day in Cape Town. These are the things that you need to see basically. So that's you done on one day. On the second day, I did the like wine tour, which was again a great experience. Surprisingly, we didn't get tipsy. I think it's because the quality of the wines was really very good. It was at the beginning a smaller winery, and then two bigger ones. Again, I'm attaching all the links below. Very good experience. I've never been to a similar thing before, so that was all very new to me. And our guide was super friendly, explaining everything, going through everything. And I made so many friends on the tours. We exchanged Instagrams, we were chatting on WhatsApp. Everyone was checking on everyone if everyone is safe, and especially because I said to everyone I was a solo female traveler, and I was very moved by how many people were messaging me to ask if I got back safe, if I'm okay, and everything. So it's been very powerful and very moving to see that people care a lot. So I know that sometimes we feel that we're just on our own out there, not just by traveling, but in general. But you would be so surprised to see that positivity. And as a positivity life coach, I always notice these things. So people are there to help you if you ask them. So don't be ashamed to ask for help, ask for directions, ask as much as you can. So that was Cape Town. On Friday, I did the jazz festival, which was very not planned. So our tour guide said, "Oh, by the way, there's the jazz festival going on," and there was a girl who said she will be going, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna book it as well." Turned out that girl didn't come, but I went on my own. Again, I took an Uber. There was a lot of security around there, so very safe. Um, very good, very good experience. Definitely recommended. And on the last day, I just did a bit of walking around Sea Point and Green Point, which is quite safe in the morning and also until 6 o'clock, so during daylight. So I did a bit of walk around the whole Sea Point. Again, a lot of security around there, so you feel safe all the time. And I did watch some people playing beach volleyball, which was amazing. And then at night, I went to two bars. So I went to Cafe Caprice, and I also went to Athletic and Social Club, which was again a bar, very safe. I Ubered in, and then I shared all my details with my hotel receptionist, who was amazing, Michael. He was so great. He was just making sure I am safe everywhere. He was just following my Uber ride, even when I took an early Uber on Sunday to the airport. So he was like, "Are you safe? I can see you've reached your destination." um, which was very great. It was very great to see that people look after you and people take care of you. It was super great for me. I haven't experienced so friendly people, I must say. I've been to 35 countries. I've never experienced so many friendly people in just one country. So I'm not sure if it was me, if it was them, if it was everything, if it was just like a very good energy. But South Africans are super friendly and they're super nice. And this was my experience. I'm very grateful for that. And I will definitely be going back. I would even consider maybe working remotely from there. So who knows, maybe next year this will be happening. So yeah, just to summarize this, try to ask as many people as possible. Uber to most of the places. Always share your Uber details with your receptionist. Speak to as many people as you can during the tours because they're tourists as well. They may have seen something you haven't, so just to be more vigilant and try to enjoy as much food as possible and join a running club, join a beach volleyball club, join a gym to get a better understanding of how people live and experience life there. The last thing I would say is that this is the country that gratuity was the most appreciated than all the other countries I've traveled to. So I made sure that I got some cash out of an ATM. Always be with someone when you do that because people may be stealing your details. That's actually quite common in South Africa, I've heard. But I was always with someone when I was getting cash out of the ATM. So I just saw people being so appreciative with gratuity, and it just made me feel that even if I cannot help everyone in this world, I can at least help someone. And I also gave some of my clothes to some of the cleaners. These are clothes that I was not wearing, and I could also see the happiness in their eyes. I could see that I actually did make a difference in their life today, and it just made me feel so empowered. It just made me also feel so grateful coming from a place where I can actually have these clothes and gift it to them. So, just something to consider, just something to think about. Again, as I said, this is not advice, this is just purely my experience. I hope I help one at least solo female traveler out there. Traveling is just one of a kind. It just opens your eyes to so many more things. It just makes you wiser. It's just so much better than um, obviously documentaries. It's so much better than I would say any university because you just meet so many different people. You meet people who are traveling and you also get the experience of a different country. And if you're like me, super sociable and bubbly, you get to meet and encounter so many different life experiences, which for me is a great gift because it helps me grow. It helps me get a better understanding. It helps me become more empathetic. And it also makes me feel so wealthy getting all these experiences from other people. Because even if there are many people that are struggling in South Africa, you can also help bit by bit. You can help by tipping, by gratuity, you can help them with your smile, just that. You can also help them by listening to them and listening to the struggles. Because many of the people that work in hotels and bars, they may actually be living in townships. So that's the reality. And people are begging in the traffic lights. This is another reality as well. But as I said, there are always ways to help, and I do feel very grateful for that. So, I hope this video helped you. I'm attaching all the links below with all the names and everything. So please hit like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. I will be doing more of this, I hope, with all the travels. And I'm going to be seeing you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day.